For more on all of this, let's bring in Abel Maldonado. He was lieutenant governor of California under Arnold Schwarzenegger and is a Trump campaign surrogate. Also joining us is Democratic strategist and former advisor to Bill and Hillary Clinton, Richard Goodstein. Richard, we just heard the first clip from this interview that's going to be airing in a few hours. She appears to be saying, well, my policies have changed, my values have not. Is that going to work?
Well, actually, I think she could stand foursquare on her policies. The Wall Street Journal, no friend to Democrats, said the U.S. economy is the, quote, envy of the world. On fracking and energy, he talks about drill, baby, drill. The U.S., as you know, generated more oil and gas last year than any country in the history of the planet.
Yeah, we set
ever,
records.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I think she actually has a perfectly good record. She doesn't even have to sort of not hide behind her values, but she could talk values and record. And let's talk about jobs. Let's talk about, 16 million jobs created under Biden. It's not to say the government created them all, but it's a pretty darn good economy. The first loss of jobs in 100 years when Trump was president. So, I mean, there's a huge disparity if she wants to go toe-to-toe with him on issues like that.
Abel, there are, however, some policy changes. And some notable ones. This interview was taped this afternoon. Hopefully it'll air tonight without any edits. And she had wanted, for example, in 2020 when she ran for president, to ban fracking. She now says she's for it. She wanted Medicare for all. Now she says she doesn't. She called the border wall, quote, un-American, and Trump's medieval vanity project. She now wants to build it.
All I can say is that I've been a candidate, I was elected for 20 years, but when you're a candidate and all of a sudden you're evolving and changing, all I can say is that you're not being honest with the public. Because if you look at her values are California values. Crime has never been higher in California. Inflation has never been higher. People are struggling to pay gasoline. And when I hear Richard talk about the Wall Street Journal saying that the economy is good, it is not good. Normal Californians, normal Americans cannot live under Kamala and Joe Biden's economy. I know she's on a bus in Georgia going out talking to people. I call that the inflation express because that's all she's got to talk about. That's all she must be talking about because people just can't afford to live. The economy is in shambles and there's only one person that can fix it, and that's Donald J. Trump. Because Elizabeth, we've lived under both economies. We lived under Trump and we've lived under Kamala. It's an easy vote for the American people.
Listen, Richard, Abel does make the point that people are feeling it. They not only report this in polls, we can measure it. It hurts to go out and go grocery shopping. Right. Things are more expensive. Inflation actually is now under 3% and quite low. And crime, violent crime across the country is also dropping at record fast rates. But this economy issue is a big issue. And right now, polls are saying most voters trust Trump with the economy over her.
But by much smaller margins than they did 6 months or a year ago. And the fact of the matter is, she's now talking about tackling inflation through getting after price gouging, something, incidentally, that's not price controls. The Attorney General of Texas has pursued price gouging controls, and as have other states as well. Crime, as you just said, spiked up under Trump. It's down now. And Trump is talking about tariffs, 10 to 20% across the board, 60% from China. Go tell that Walmart shopper that somehow or other this is going to be non-inflationary when Trump comes in. That's nuts. So I think, again, on inflation, she has a perfectly good record to stand on what she's promising versus what Trump is promising and is unabashed about.
I don't know. This is a very, very serious and chronic issue for her, that people don't feel good in this economy. It is very difficult for the average American family to pay all these bills. I did want to, Richard, very quickly, we do also know that got some stats out this week. Voter registration in swing states is up pretty dramatically among women, blacks, and young voters. We're watching, by the way, a live picture of Kamala Harris as she takes in the applause. Very quickly, that's a good sign, you say, this spike in voter registration?
All of that, plus the increase in donations, the increase in volunteers. I mean, the infrastructure that she's going to have behind her, which will lead to more advertising, is all something that she can kind of point to and looking back as to why things have gone up radically, frankly, since she announced. And it seems like it's going to keep going.
All right, thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.